What if I told you that winning American Idol doesn't automatically make you a millionaire? Shocking, right? Jamal Roberts just walked away with the crown for season 23, and while fans are celebrating his emotional journey and vocal talent, the big question on everyone's mind is, how much is he really getting paid? Today, we're diving deep into the truth behind the American Idol winner's payday. From prize money to recording contracts, and everything in between, we're unpacking what Jamal Roberts is actually walking away with, and how this win might affect his financial future, for better or worse. So before you assume that Jamal is cashing million-dollar checks, buckle up. Because the truth might surprise you. Winning American Idol sounds like the ultimate dream come true. Millions of people audition, and only one person is crowned the winner. The lights, the applause, the confetti, it feels like the beginning of a superstar journey. But behind the scenes, it's a little more complicated. For years, American Idol has promoted the idea that its winners become instant celebrities, earning massive amounts of money and recording chart-topping albums. While that's certainly been true for a few past winners, the reality is that the road from winning the show to achieving financial success isn't as smooth as you might think. In fact, the prize package and recording contract can come with unexpected strings attached. And for Jamal Roberts, his post-Idol life may be filled with tough financial decisions, creative compromises, and hard industry lessons. So, let's talk numbers. What does the official American Idol winner's prize package actually include? According to long-standing reports and publicly available contract details from previous seasons, the winner typically receives a recording contract with a major label, usually Hollywood Records or Universal Music Group. A cash prize, typically ranging between $250,000 to $500,000, depending on negotiations. Occasional sponsorship perks, like a new car or branded products from the show's partners. And of course, massive national exposure, which is arguably the most valuable aspect of winning. In Jamal's case, sources indicate that he signed a recording deal estimated to be worth up to $500,000. But before you get too excited, here's the fine print, that $500,000 isn't just handed over as a reward. It's actually an advance, an upfront payment that he's expected to pay back through his music sales, streaming revenue, and other earnings. This advance essentially functions like a loan. The label recoups its investment before Jamal sees a dime of real profit. So while $500,000 might sound like a huge win, it's just the beginning of a much longer journey. Now, let's break down what Jamal might realistically walk away with after taxes, management fees, and expenses. Let's say he gets a $250,000 cash prize. That amount is subject to federal and state taxes, which could easily take 40% or more of the total. That's around $100,000 gone right off the top. Then you have management and agent fees, which could claim another 15 to 20%. That's an additional $37,500 to $50,000 deducted. So, Jamal's real, take-home cash prize might end up being closer to $100,000 or less. And when you factor in living expenses, tour costs, marketing, and album production fees that aren't covered by the label, that number could shrink even more. The recording contract is where things get even more complex. While it may sound glamorous to sign with a major label, these deals often come with restrictions and pressure. Here's what a typical winner's recording contract might include. Royalty rates. New artists generally earn 10 to 15% of album sales and streaming revenue. That means for every $10 album sold, Jamal might only get $1 to $1.50 before deductions. Creative control. The label often decides which songs make it to the album, who Jamal works with, and even what genre or image he should promote. Recoupment clauses. Remember that $500,000 advance? Every dollar the label spends on Jamal, studio time, music videos, PR campaigns, comes out of that total. Jamal doesn't start making profit until the label is paid back in full. Contract length. Some Idol winners are tied to multi-album deals that can last several years, even if they want out early. So while it's an incredible opportunity, it's also a tightrope walk. One misstep, one underperforming single, and the label could pull the plug on future projects. And worse, Jamal could end up stuck in a contract that doesn't serve his career. If you think streaming platforms like Spotify and Apple Music are where the big bucks are made, think again. Streaming pays fractions of a cent per play. On Spotify, for example, the average payout is about $0.003 to $0.005 per stream. So even if Jamal's debut single racks up 10 million streams, that might only earn $30,000 to $50,000, and that's before the label takes their share. Other major revenue streams include touring. Live shows are one of the best ways for artists to make money. But they come with huge upfront costs, travel, staff, venue rentals, and production. If Jamal doesn't sell out venues, he risks losing money. Merchandise, t-shirts, hats, and posters sold at shows or online can be profitable, especially if Jamal builds a loyal fan base. This is one area where he keeps more of the profits. Sponsorships. If Jamal maintains his public appeal, brands may want to collaborate. These deals can bring in serious cash, but they depend on visibility, likability, and public interest. History has shown us that winning American Idol is only step one. Some winners, like Carrie Underwood and Kelly Clarkson, went on to become global superstars. Others struggled to find their footing post-show. The difference? Timing, the right team, market appeal, and a bit of luck. For Jamal Roberts, the journey is just beginning. He's got talent, visibility, and a solid fan base. But the music industry is a beast, and it doesn't care about last week's headlines. To truly build a successful career, Jamal will need to release great music, market himself effectively, and avoid the financial traps that have derailed so many before him. He'll have to navigate a world of contracts, touring logistics, creative decisions, and public scrutiny, all while staying true to the artistry that got him here. So, does winning American Idol guarantee you'll become rich and famous overnight? Not exactly. For Jamal Roberts, the crown is a powerful launchpad, but it's not a golden ticket. From advances and royalties to taxes and streaming, his financial future depends on how he plays the game from here on out. If he makes the right moves, builds a loyal fan base, and stays consistent, the money will follow. But if history is any indication, the road ahead is filled with challenges. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments, were you surprised by the truth behind Jamal Roberts' payday? And which other Idol winners do you think made the most out of their opportunity? Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning what's behind the curtain of fame.